Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome to another video. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do just something quite simple, as you can probably tell by the title as well. So I'm going to be doing two different makeup looks but using one palette. So the palette I'm using today is the Book of Magic palette by Beauty Bay. I've used this palette a few times on my channel already because I got it about a month ago. When Beauty Bay were having a sale, which they always are, and at the time I think I got this for about £10.50, and to be honest, it's worth it. It is one of the most beautiful palettes I've ever used. You get 20 shades. I have done a review on it if you want to check out one of my past videos, and I've used it numerous times on this channel as well. But today I thought, because it's such a big palette, like, there's so many different looks that you can go for. So I'm thinking today I want to go for a blue look and then possibly either a green. Actually, it'll probably be a green look because I'm looking at the Spell shade and I'm just like drawn into it. So yeah, I thought that would be quite interesting as like a video. I want to start off on the eyes first because they're going to be like the main part of the video, whereas the rest of the makeup I will do off camera. So first of all, I'm going to go in with my eye base, and I'm going in with the Beauty Bay eye base in the shade number 2. These are quite new. I think these have only been out for less than a month maybe, I think, but I purchased it during the Black Friday sale and I've used it a few times before and I do quite like it. I just got at the bottom of my eye, but yeah, they're a nice base. I tend to use quite a mixture of bases. So if you've seen some of my videos before, I like to use the Elf Cosmetics one and also one by Makeup Revolution. I'm just going to tap this down with a beauty sponge because I feel that'd be much easier to apply it. And you can always use it with a brush, or you can even just tap it in with your fingers, whichever is more easier for you. I'm kind of not really into using my finger on a lot of products. Sometimes I like to use them on shimmers, but most times now I'll just wet a brush and then I'll just go in with it because it will just work just as well. So we're going to start off on the first eye, obviously, and just do that. So I'm not sure what one I'm going to go for first, but let's have a look at this gorgeous palette again. So like I said, you get 20 shades, and I think normally it's only about £14, if less than that, because their pricing is fantastic. So I think I'm going with the blue one first. So we're going to go with kind of a couple of the shades on this one. So I've got a few brushes laid out because most of my brushes are not washed yet, so my weekends tend to be about me washing my brushes, which is so lame. But first I'm going to go in with Trick, which is this kind of light medium navy blue, and we're just going to take that on a big brush, tap off some excess, and then we're going to go in to the corners and just blend out this palette. And I recently purchased a Sunset Horizon, and I did essentially a review on it on my, actually it was like 2 videos ago, because I did a Beauty Bay haul, and I also did a try on as well. So if you want to see what that palette is, that's a gorgeous palette as well. Like what you would think is a sunset, basically that palette is gorgeous. I was thinking of using it in this one, but I don't know, to do like 2 different looks I need a lot of imagination, and my imagination skills are not higher at the moment. So I thought I would go for this palette because at least I can do, there's a selection of different kind of looks. So you've got blues, you've got the purples, the greens, and some kind of neutral ones as well. So you are not short on, you know, different looks to go for. I'm not saying that the other palette doesn't, but for my creative skills, which is not a lot, you know, this is kind of what I'm going to go for instead. So we've got that blue down. We're going to go in with Cursed on a smaller brush, just so I can kind of emphasize the corners a bit. And whoa, there is, you know, like most palettes these days, a bit of fallout, but that's just normal, because no palette is ever going to be without fallout. If there is any, there's going to be a minimal amount anyway. But this palette is freaking gorgeous, like I've mentioned, and yeah, I've used it quite a few times. And when I use these foils, I'll show you in a second, but you have to be so careful. And I believe it's the same with the Nikki Tutorials palette, because her palette is with Beauty Bay as well. And I was thinking about using that palette, but I was just like, I've used it quite a few times already. I might just change change it up just a bit, so it's not too repetitive on my channel. Basically, I'm going to go back in with a bit of Trick just on the top and just blend, blend, blend. My eye looks are never perfect, or they're never like done very well, but I'm learning, I'm getting there. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much like just 2 matte shades. And what I want to do now is just add a shimmer onto the middle. And like I mentioned, I do have a lot of brushes, and I want to use this flat brush just here, but should I use the spray? Yeah, let's use kind of like a setting spray. You can use primer sprays, or you can use setting sprays, or anything, just to kind of make the foil just a bit wetter if you want to like glide it on, basically, because that's when it becomes even more amazing. So I'm going in with Potion, and I have used this before because in my last video, one of my last videos, I tried this. And I have to be so careful, because when I am doing it, it's literally like you have to tap slightly, otherwise it just shifts. And that's one thing that's a little bit annoying about these palettes, but they're still gorgeous. So let's get this on the lower lid. Sometimes people like to cut the crease just to make it a bit more pow. But I won't be doing that, just because I am not very good at cut creases. I am getting there. I think I need to have a bit more practice. But yeah, be very careful when using these kind of shades, because they shift so much. Okay, I'm just going to blend it in the corner and blend it out, tap it out. It's looking very pretty. It's very pretty. I will neaten up the edges as I kind of go along in a moment. So this is the first look now, just by using 3 shades. So yeah, I went with Trick, Cursed and Potion, just so you can kind of get a look. Let me take off the sellotape, because that'll make it look a bit nicer. So, oh, that noise. Yeah, as you can see, it obviously gives it such a nice like straight edge, and that's why I like using sellotape now, because it will help me just have a nicer sharpened edge, basically. So let's get on to the next look. So I'm going to go in with the greens, and first I'm going to start off with Bewitched, and we're going to take another fluffy brush, if I can find a good one, and that looks a bit dirty. All right, let's go in with this one. This is one of my Morphe brushes. So I'm going to go in with Bewitched first, and we're just going to tap off any excess, and then we're going to do the same, which is like I did on that side. Just blend it in. This one takes a bit more to do. I think it might be my brush, but okay. Very nice. I mean, you can even, the shades, obviously they're not the same, but they you know, could be definitely used together. Green blue looks are just absolutely gorgeous. But my skills are not very great at the moment. I love I say this and I'm like, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel and I'm just like doing makeup, but I do shit looks, but it's about the fun. I will be, I think maybe this week, well, next, well, the week that's coming up, I'm going to be filming like things I've learned on my 1 year of YouTube. So look out for that, because it'll be quite interesting, even though a lot of people would definitely be saying the same as me. Like if you have a brand new channel, or if you are thinking about making a channel, just some pointers, like not pointers, I mean, I'm not like great at what I do or anything, but just some tips and tricks maybe. Let's go in with another brush, and I don't really seem to have a dark green, so let's go in with Wish, which is a lighter one, but I'm gonna maybe see if it works in the edge. It's like a nice pastel shade, and I'm gonna bring it just in the crease and just blend it, because you can see it quite well. And yeah, I'm really intrigued to try the pastel palette, but the thing is I never wear such light shades, and I guess, yeah, even like in here you've got Wish and Eclair, I've got food on my mind. Yeah, you can even like, these are like really gorgeous pastel shades. So I mean, that palette has been raved about, a lot of people talk about it, but this is not really for me. I'm going to go back in with Bewitched a bit to darken up corners. Okay, and back in with Wish again, just to lighten up here. And then now we're going to go into a shimmer. So I will go into Spell, because it's so gorgeous. It's an emerald green, which is amazing. So I'm going to take another flat brush. Have I got one? Yes, we've got one. I'm just like cleaning the brush. So again, I'm going to wet my brush. So I'm just using a mattifying primer by Essence, because this is a great primer. And it's really nice, and it smells of cranberry, so that's even better. So I'm gonna just tap into Spell and pick up as much as I can without ruining it. I mean, damn son. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, automatically it's just like, well, I don't want to say the word wet, because it's a horrible, I don't really like that word wet. But it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. I love this shade. You can't see, it's so frustrating, like my lighting and everything. I know I say this every video, I'm trying to improve my lighting and where I use my camera, but space is limited. It's limited, but we'll get there one day. But yeah, this shade is so freaking gorgeous. Let me see if I can swatch it. Like, let me just, but this shade is, oh, like how gorgeous this, oh my god, I love this palette. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's the green side done. So let's, right. So as you can see, I've got two different eye looks. They look a little bit similar, but we can just go for it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to complete the rest of my face, because I don't want to spend the rest of the day like this, and tidy up a bit, and I will be right back. Alright, so I have now completed the rest of my face. I'm really liking this look today, if you don't mind me saying. So yeah, I've just put on the whole shabam. I even put on some bronzer. I never put on bronzer, and you probably can't tell, but maybe around here you can. But yeah, this is my finished look. I did add some on the lower lash line, because I thought it always just brings out the eyes just a little bit, but everything else I'm wearing I've always write in the description, so have a look if there's anything you want to know about. But yeah, this is my two different eye looks using the one palette. This is the Book of Magic palette, in case I haven't mentioned it 4 or 5 times already. But yes, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. and Merry Christmas. It's really early for Christmas, but I know everyone's doing like Vlogmas and all that rubbish, but I won't do that. Maybe next year if I'm still doing this, we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're safe, hope you're doing well. Stay warm because it's bloody freezing outside, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.